Hi, Sean checking in. We're about 14 hours before liftoff of NG-10. That's Northrop Grumman's Antares launch vehicle and the Cygnus spacecraft, named after John Young. So the SS John Young, as you'll hear from Frank DeMauro in just a few moments, is really celebrating the life, the legacy, and the impact of a very important space pioneer. Frank, please tell us a little bit about Antares, the Cygnus, and what it means to bear the name of John Young.
Hi, this is Frank DeMauro, the Vice President and General Manager of the Northrop Grumman Advanced Programs Division, coming to you from the Wallops Flight Facility as we're getting prepared to launch our Northrop Grumman 10 mission to bring cargo to the International Space Station. The hardware began arriving here earlier this year in the form of our pressurized cargo module. Our service module for Cygnus arrived in the early part of October, and of course the Antares rocket is integrated here with components delivered from across the country. We have been preparing for the mission for the past couple of weeks in earnest, loading the cargo onto the spacecraft. Our target launch date had been November 15th, but we have been dealing with some rough weather. We had a lot of rain and wind in the forecast for the last 2 days, and so we have, as a result, moved the launch to the early morning of November 17th. Liftoff is scheduled for 4:01 a.m. on the eastern shore of Virginia. We will then arrive at the ISS on Monday, the 19th, where we'll be delivering about 7,400 pounds of cargo, which will include food for the crew and clothes. We'll have spare parts for the space station, and of course we're going to have a lot of science delivered for the crew to operate. We expect to be on the space station for about 3 months. During that time, after the crew removes the delivered cargo, they'll be stuffing their disposal cargo into the cargo module for us to eventually take away. Once that occurs, we'll deberth from the ISS, full with that trash, but then we're going to start conducting the secondary part of the mission, where we're going to deliver 3 CubeSats, and a combination of delivering them from above the space station orbit as well as below the space station orbit, depending on the technology that the customer has requested. Once that work is completed, we will begin the process of re-entering the spacecraft over the South Pacific Ocean about 2 weeks after we leave the space station. That'll be a destructive re-entry along with the spacecraft and the cargo. This mission is being named after John Young, a pioneer of human spaceflight who flew on 2 Gemini missions, 2 Apollo missions, including driving the rover on the moon. He was the first commander of the space shuttle with Bob Crippen, and he also commanded a second space shuttle mission later on. He is a hero to so many people who support human spaceflight, and we're honored to name the spacecraft the SS John Young. So we're excited for a launch tomorrow morning, Saturday morning. Weather looks like it's going to be in good shape. The spacecraft and the rocket are also very healthy right now. We'll begin the countdown in a few hours, and we hope to get the spacecraft up to the space station early Monday morning.
Great, thanks for that, Frank. Really appreciate your time. Busy day. So again, we're about 14 hours before liftoff. A lot of people are getting excited. We've been down to the pad already today. We've set our remote cameras in place. We have a number of them out there fielded, and we're looking forward to the results. Now, in the meantime, other people are here as well, not just the working media, but we have families and visitors and tourists who are coming to learn and become more familiar with what's happening in today's spaceflight community, and companies that are coming forward to push us forward. And one of those gentlemen, a chap by the name of Tommy, joined me for a few words. So, Tommy, what can you tell me about why you're down here to see Antares launch?
My name's Tommy Hockenberry. I'm here to see the Antares launch. We drove down from Pennsylvania on Wednesday night, so it's been delayed twice now, but hopefully we'll see it Saturday morning. I've learned a lot about sounding rockets because, that's kind of what Wallops is famous for. I never really knew too much about them, and it's really been interesting learning about those specifically. I want to go into this career. I want to be an aerospace engineer, so watching this thing take off will be like kind of hopefully a glimpse into the future for what I'll be doing. Really, I'm looking forward to it.
Well, that's great. I'm telling you, this is an exciting day, mostly because we've survived a great nor'easter that came through. We had some horrific rain coming down. Streets were flooded. It was not good for the area, but we're very happy that we did not have our remote cameras out at the launch pad. So we set those this morning, and we're getting ready. So go Cygnus, go Antares, and off to the space station at 4:01 a.m. Saturday, November 17th. Thanks for joining us. See you for more.